wasn't expecting you.
I was just passing and I thought, I haven't seen Basil for over 2 months. Why not pop in and find out where he's been hiding?
Did you? Well, whilst it's lovely to see you, I am rather busy today and I rather need to...
Are you? Busy with what? And who?
Please don't look at that, it's not finished.
It's remarkable. It's utterly unlike your usual work. Such a different style. I love it. If I weren't standing here now, I wouldn't even believe you really painted it.
Thank you very much.
It's curious. The subject looks familiar. Very familiar indeed. Yet I'm quite certain I've never met this gorgeous young man.
If I have anything to do with it, you never will.
Oh, don't be childish. Who is he? Where'd he come from?
I don't know if I want to tell you his name. I met him at the opening of my exhibition. Struck up a conversation with me. But I'd actually first seen him over an hour earlier and I'd been avoiding him.
Avoiding him? Why on earth would you want to avoid him?
I was on my own, finding most people they're repellent. So far, so typical. And suddenly, here was somebody that I was actually drawn to. But drawn to with such force that it terrified me. You can call it cowardice if you like, but I quickly became convinced that we should never meet. That I should, under no circumstances, give in to my passionate desire to paint him. Perhaps I was frightened he'd overwhelm me in my art. No, I was confident that he would.
How very interesting. And has he?
There's the evidence. It's utterly unlike anything I've ever done, or so I'm told.
So your efforts to avoid him clearly failed?
I was attempting to be invisible when an unfamiliar voice spoke to me. I looked round and there was Dorian Gray.
Dorian Gray?
It felt so inevitable. Next thing I knew, I was begging him to sit for me. I couldn't help myself.
And of course, this is bound to be the Dorian Gray that the whole of London is desperate to meet. Where is he now?
On a break, having a cigarette in the garden.
He's here now. In which case, if you want to get rid of me, you're going to have to throw me out yourself.
Harry, please, Dorian is... Are you two talking about me?
Mr. Gray. It's a pleasure to meet you at last. I can't tell you how I've been looking forward to seeing you in the flesh.
Oh, call me Dorian, please. This is Harry, an old friend, and please don't listen to a word he has to say. Harry Wotton?
That's right.
It's good to meet you too. I've heard a lot about you.
And all of it shocking, I hope. So you're the young prince who married Sybil Vane. I understand you're a burgeoning musical pop star.
Not a star, but I was in a band.
Was?
We broke up, but I'm going to form another.
And then you'll be a star.
Oh, I hope not.
So your driving ambition for this new band is for it to be a failure, is it? With your looks, you have to be a star, need to be a star. Anyway, that decision shouldn't be yours to make.
Shouldn't it? I think I'm starting to understand why people say the things they do about you, Harry. We do need to get on, Dorian. Harry is just leaving. Okay, Basil, excuse me, Harry. There's not much left to do, just a few details in the eyes.
I've seen quite a number of photographs of you in the press over the last few months, but those grainy snaps don't do you justice.
Harry, I thought you said you had an important appointment and had to go. You know, that thing at 3 o'clock on the other side of town. It does sound as if you have to be there.
I've said nothing of the sort, Basil. In fact, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let Harry stay, Basil, please. If you want him to stay, then of course he can stay.
So, how are you finding being married at the tender age of 21?
I don't think I've been happier in my life.
Oh, how tragic. Your life must have been horrible.
Life's been fine. It's just that it's even better now. I'm very much in love with the kindest, brightest, most beautiful and talented actress, Sybil Vane. She is my wife, and soon we'll have her daughter to join our happy family. I'm very content.
Content? What a nasty condition for someone so young. You should be anything but content at your age. Save that hideous limbo for near the grave.
That's what I want. It's all I want.
You seem determined to throw away your youth, the most valuable and irreplaceable commodity you will ever possess. Extraordinary. And all coupled with this disturbing hunger for the most cloying normality.
Hold your head a little more to the light, Dorian. Perfect.
Yet you go looking for this normality in the most abnormal of places. You've married into the acting profession, where youth and all it entails is positively idolised. But in your case, you have to give it up to get in.
I'm not an actor, nor do I want to be one.
No, your ambitions are in the music industry, which, if anything, is even worse.
I think it's finished.
Now that does do you justice. It's every bit as stunning as you are.
It's incredible, Basil. Do I look like that?
Yes, just like that. It's uncanny and unsettlingly lifelike. Where will you display it?
Absolutely nowhere. This one won't go public. Someone wants to buy it. It'll be just for us.
Ridiculous. I'll buy it. I'll display it. Whatever Sybil has offered, I'll pay double. I need to see what the world thinks of it, and subsequently, what the world has in store for you two.
You're a mischievous man, Harry. And by the way, I'd never sell it to you. I don't care how much money you offer. And I don't intend selling it to Sybil either. What? I'm giving it to you, Dorian, as a gift. Really, Basil? Of course. It was yours before I even began work on it. It is you.
But this painting must be seen by as many people as possible. I don't know which of you it would benefit most. Basil, it's a masterpiece. I can see the gushing critical analysis now. And Dorian, everyone will want a part of the beguiling creature it depicts. And that will go on forever. For as long as there are eyes to look at it.
I don't know.
You should know. The painting is now yours, not Sybil's, not Basil's. You can use it whatever way you see fit, but you'll need to strike quickly, before you age too much and the real you begins to bitterly disappoint.
Yes. Well, I'll always look like this, and I won't. Do you think that one day those eyes will look back and mock me?
Certainly they'll mock you terribly. You have youth you wish to throw away, beauty you wish to hide until it is jaded, and musical talent that you are hell-bent to turn into failure. Yes, in time the young man in the painting will remind you of what you've squandered, and he will be merciless in his scorn and his derision. Don't let this exquisite painting bring you nothing but pain and regret as the years pass.
Stop it, Harry, stop.
Are you still glad to have met me, Dorian?
I'm going to need to think about that.
I see. Well, now that you've finished here, why don't you contemplate over a few cocktails with me at the Blue Turtle? Put your clothes on and I'll call a cab.
Yes, I think I'd like that. I've never been to the Blue Turtle. I was going to open a bottle of wine. Me and Dorian usually have a drink together at the end of the day. Oh, Basil, you should have said. I've agreed to go with Harry now. Why don't you come with us? I don't think so.
You should telephone Sybil and say you'll be late. Explain that you're with me. That should put her mind at rest.
I think I am glad to have met you, Harry.
No.
I wonder if I shall always be.